Good morning. So I started on a new project last night and I think I'm really liking it. It's for a cardigan. I think the pattern is called Valkyria, something like that. Almost looks like Valkyrie. But I'll put a picture of the pattern over here that I'm using. It looks like a good basic cardigan, which is something that I need. I think it would be really nice to have one to put over dresses and stuff, and this is the progress so far. So I started at the neck ribbing. There is a hole here that I made on accident, but I'm just gonna sew that up later, and I don't think it'll be noticeable later. I'll just kind of use black thread to kind of sew that closed, and yeah. I'm not going to start over. I don't feel like it. Anyways, it's a raglan pattern, so I'm making increases at 4 different points where the stitch markers are. So I'm making increases on each side of those, and I think this is going to be really cute. And it's something I will definitely wear. I think it'll be really nice to wear over like dresses and stuff when you want to wear a dress, but you don't want to be cold at the same time. So that's kind of why I'm making this. I am knitting this in black wool of the Andes. So I've got an unopened skein here. So I'm using wool of the Andes in black, and I really wanted it in black just because it'll go with everything. So, and that's kind of what you want from a cardigan that you can throw on and it'll just be fine with like anything. So wool of the Andes is 100% Peruvian Highland wool, hand wash, dry flat. Yeah, and this isn't super wash, I believe, so I will definitely wash it by hand gently, and hopefully it'll turn out really good. I think it's going to be cute. The pattern looked really cute from what I saw in the photos of it being done. So this is what I am working on knitting right now, and I think this will be nice and cozy to wear over things. I don't know what buttons I'm going to use, but I'll figure that out later. I am almost done with the first skein. I have this much left. So a full ball looks like this. I think these are 50 grams. I think this is 50 grams of wool. Yeah. 110 yards, 50 grams. It's not focusing. Anyways, so I have this much left of the first ball, and this is what a ball of it looks like. Alright, so my goal today will be to finish the rest of this, which I think will be easy to do. This is like super easy so far, and I haven't had any issues. It is knitted flat, but it doesn't seem to be bothering me. I've been enjoying it just because it's super easy to remember the pattern and how the increases are done and everything. So this is what it looks like. I am going to continue working on this. Looks like I am on the wrong side, so I'm going to go ahead. Oh wait, nope. I am on the right side. Alright. So I am just going to continue knitting on this for a little bit.
Alright, good morning. It is Monday now, and I worked on this a lot this weekend, and you can kind of see the cardigan taking shape. I did split for sleeves, and I'm just working on the body right now. I have one more repeat of a section to do, and then I'll have to read the next part of the pattern. But I have done quite a bit. So this is the top rib section. I'm pretty sure after we finish the body and do the sleeves and stuff, I think we end up picking up stitches to make like a button band, but I'm not to that yet. When the button band is in, it won't curl in as much. Like this curls in a lot, just because this is all like stockinette, so stockinette curls unless you do some type of edging or ribbing or something to finish it off. So I think this is going to be just the most perfect basic cardigan ever. Yeah, I'm really liking it. I am on the third skein of yarn of Wool of the Andes 50-gram yarn. So I'm keeping track of how much yarn I use for this. This is the third one, and I think I'll be finished up with this soon as well. Alright, so I finished that last repeat, and now I have to change my knitting needle size. Let's see, we're supposed to do 3.5 millimeters. So I'm going to go ahead and change the needles. Alright, now it is time to work the 2x2 ribbing. Alright, so I want to make the ribbing at the bottom a little bit wider. So I am getting into the fourth ball of yarn. This is how much I have left. And now I'm gonna break into this one. Also, yesterday I got 2 new foster babies. I got them on Valentine's Day. So I named them Cupid and Arrow. They're both boys, and they are so well behaved. They're eating wet food really good. They're just about, I want to say, 3.5 weeks old to 4 weeks old, because they walk and they play and they're pretty steady on their feet. They have their teeth. They've been using the litter box. They have been so good. I'm gonna have to clean up their pen this morning. give them some more wet food. You guys are such good boys. Look at you. Oh my gosh, did you get wet food in your eye? Oh, I gotta clean you up. All right, good morning. I think it's Thursday now, and this morning I cranked out and I finished the first sleeve. I do need to use a lint roller on this because I have cats and little bits really show up on this black yarn, but that's fine. I'll just have to use a lint roller with it often. Now I'm going to need 7 buttons for this, but all of the buttons that I see are kind of colored. I need 7 buttons as well. I don't think I want to use blue buttons. Those are the only ones I found that might work, but I think I'd rather stick to a more neutral color. But anyways, this morning I finished the first sleeve, and then I finished the rest of the ball of yarn that was left over from the first sleeve, and I started the second, so I picked up all the stitches. I worked on it until it ran out while listening to some YouTube videos. I listened to Tiffany Law, Retro Claude, and what's the other one? I might have to put it on the screen. There's another one and I just can't remember her name. But anyways, they're all like knitting videos while I knit this morning. So I'm working on the last sleeve, and then I just needed to do the buttons and this will be done. But I might have to wait to finish this until maybe this weekend, and I can pick out some buttons. I might need to go to Joann's because I do want the buttons to be neutral colored, either a black or a brown. I think I want it to be like, I want this to be the most basic cardigan that will just go with everything. And then I think it would actually be fun to knit this in a brown as well, but we'll see. I've really enjoyed knitting this pattern so far. It's been super easy for me to follow. It fits me really nice and snug. I did the 3rd size, which was supposed to be slightly larger than my bust, but I mean, it could be. I did use a different yarn, but it was also worsted weight. It was supposed to be the same weight as the pattern calls for, but anyways, this pattern has been super easy. I really like it. I would definitely knit one of this pattern maker's patterns again if I saw one that I thought was pretty cute. Very enjoyable knit so far. I just need to finish the sleeve and find buttons that I want to use for it.
Alright, I think I had said I was 4 balls into the project, but actually I think I had used 5 because I have 5 balls left of this Wool of the Andes yarn. So far this cardigan has taken 550 yards of the worsted Wool of the Andes yarn. And I'm about to get into the 6th, which this should finish it up. So this cardigan would probably take 6 of these, at least if you're making the 3rd size. Alright, you might hear like construction noises and stuff because there's construction nearby, but I finished it and it is so comfy and warm and I love it, and it's perfect for wearing with dresses. So I think I definitely want to knit another one of these eventually. It's a really good comfy pattern. I did use a more rustic sort of yarn to make this, but it's a yarn that I like because I've used it before, which is wool of the Andes. I don't find that it irritates my skin or anything. I have it on my bare arms and it feels good to me. So I really like the yarn I used and I really like this pattern. I'm gonna have to make it again. I think if I were to make it again, I would need knit the sleeves just a little bit longer. They do come out this way in pictures and videos that I've seen from the knitwear designer that designed this. I would so like when she bends her sleeves, you can kind of see more of the wrist, which I'm fine with this one as it is, but I think if I knit it again, I'll just make the sleeves a little bit longer just so that my wrists don't get cold. Like if I'm in cold weather, I would want more of like a full coverage sleeve, but other than that, I love it and I would totally knit this again. Even though it's knit flat, I enjoyed the knit, which I usually enjoy knitting in the round mostly, but I knit this flat and it was great. I really like it. It's super cute and it's perfect for like if you want to wear a dress but it's also a little cold and you just want your arms covered. That's kind of what I wanted, so I'm super happy with it. It's super cute. Love it. 10 out of 10. Would knit this again. Okay, so thank you for joining me and I hope you have a good day. Okay, bye. Oh yeah, and there's not buttons yet just because I don't have the ability to go to Joann's at the moment to get buttons. I looked through my buttons and either there aren't enough of them, I need 7 for this, there are enough of the same type of button, or they're too like brightly colored when I do have enough of them. And I kind of want the buttons to be either black or like a neutral kind of brown or something super plain and basic to go with it, because this is like a nice cardigan for just going with everything. So this weekend I'll probably find buttons, and then maybe next week I can show you what it's like with the buttons. Also for next week, well, I'm thinking of altering some of my clothes that I don't wear. I just find that there's some things about them that make me really not wear them, and I would like to wear them more often. This needs a few tweaks. This I might turn into a skirt. It's kind of like a muumuu dress, and I don't feel like it's super flattering on my body, so I might turn this into a skirt, but I think next week I'm gonna do a different dress and make it wearable, but I'm not showing it at the moment because it's tucked away. So I'm thinking next week I'm going to completely alter a dress and make it into sort of like an everyday wearable cute dress that I would want to wear all the time. So that's what I'm thinking of coming up. I might get back into sewing. At least that's what I'm thinking at the moment. Oh, my little squeakers. What is it, my loves? Oh, I love you so much. Oh, you're so sweet. Come on. Kisses. Mommy loves you. Come here. Kisses. Mommy loves you. You're good babies. Yes, I know. I love you so much. You are such good boys.